start out by measuring out our almond flour. Now when you do this, you want to pack it just ever so lightly, just a little bit, not like you would with brown sugar, but just get a little pat down. So we're going to place all of our dry ingredients into a large bowl. First up, we got our almond flour, of course. Next is our arrowroot flour. And then we're going to measure out some baking powder. And then we'll add some baking soda to this. And next up is some salt. Here comes some cinnamon, let me in. Then grab your handy dandy whisk and really combine this up so everything's really mixed in well. All right, we're going to set our dry ingredients aside and bring in another bowl for our wet ingredients. So I'm going to grab some very ripe bananas and we're going to place them here in a bowl. And you want to make sure that they have nice brown spots, because the more brown they are, the sweeter they're going to be and the better your bread's going to be. So go ahead and mash these up until they're nice and soft and still a little bit chunky, but you know, mashed up a bit. Then I measured it out for about 1.25 cups of mashed bananas, and it turned out that it was the right amount, and I could have just, you know, just left it right in that bowl, but I decided to measure it out and wash the bowl. All right, so we're going to start with some eggs. I'm going to add my 3 eggs to there. Oh, look at that little something in there that I didn't want. Okay, use your shell to take it out. It works best. All right, once you get your eggs in there, take your whisk and whisk it up. And you'll want to add your vanilla. I'm adding a whole tablespoon here. I know it looks like a lot, but it really works well. The flavors are great. All right, so here is my sweetener. That's date paste. So if you want to know how to make date paste, I have a video for you. This stuff is fantastic, full of vitamins and minerals and fiber, and it's just a great sweetener. Go ahead and whisk that up with your whisk and just combine everything, and then we're going to pour the wet mixture into the dry mixture. And grab a spoon and we'll just stir that until we get it all combined. So when you have this almost all combined, add your bananas and then stir that in. So to bake this bread, you're going to need a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan, and we're going to coat it with some coconut oil so that it won't stick too much to the sides. And we're actually going to put some parchment paper in there as well. So tear off a piece of parchment paper that just fits to the sides. You'll notice that part of this is exposed, but the coconut oil will keep that bread from sticking on the ends. Go ahead and pour your batter into the pan and then smooth it out with a spatula. Then we're going to place this in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 50 minutes, but I like to check it with a toothpick at about 45 minutes, and then you know it's done when that toothpick comes out clean. When you take it out of the oven, I know you're going to be tempted to want to taste it, but let it cool for, 10 minutes or so. So just use that parchment paper to pull it out of the pan and let it rest. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to serve up my warm banana bread out of the oven with a little bit of butter so that it just melts right on top. So you can do that if you want.